Hey, this is Duffy Jones from DVM Success, and today I'm going to give you a quick preview of all the new updates that we've done to our AI tools. There's another video that I did on how to log in, so if you need to go watch that, feel free to go watch that. But once you're logged in, you're going to end up at this appointments page here. You can see I have a bunch of appointments on here of Millie, of my dog who I've been testing, but I'm going to go ahead and walk you through the process of how to do it and kind of show you some of the new updates. So the first thing I do is go add an appointment, and I'm going to go ahead and pick a pet or add a pet that I want to do. So I'm going to do just Rosie this time. So I'm going to change it up to my other dog. She was 14. She's a Cavalier. She was female spayed. Her weight, unfortunately, was like 25 pounds. And I'm going to add her pet here. And then what I'm going to do is add some appointment notes. So I'm going to add this for today. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the calendar here. So I'm going to do it on the 9th. I'm going to do it at this time so I know when I did it. I'm going to put reason for visit is just kind of wellness, and then primary vet is myself. And then I'm going to hit submit. And then what you're going to see is that is going to populate into here. You've got a couple of different statuses. You've got scheduled, meaning that it's coming in later. It's got the dictation complete, medical chart completed, and recorded in the PIMS. That way, as we get more users in your hospital in here, you can see that did the front recorded in the PIMS, what exactly happened, what's complete, did the dictation complete, is the nurse done, things like that. So this will help you kind of know what needs to be done per chart. So what you're going to first thing do is just, you can leave it as scheduled. I'm going to go in and create summary. And what you're going to see here is you're going to see all the appointment information that we put in. So it's got Rosie's information here. Doesn't have owner's last name or that because we didn't add any of that. That's at a different one. And then we're going to go to new recording. So new recording is going to come down here. And if I want to start a new recording, I'll go ahead and hit here. Oops, sorry, it started two. So I'm going to go back to this one, and I'm going to label this one as nurse recording. And what I'm going to do is then I would go in here and I would hit the microphone. You would start to see it all populate. However, since I'm using the microphone, can't really do that. So I'm going to use one that I recorded earlier, and I'm just going to copy and paste it in there so that you can kind of see what that looks like. So I'm going to paste it here, and then I'm going to save it. So what that did is that recording is now saved. So if a nurse went in there first, went in before the doctor, they could go ahead and save that. What they can do from here is kind of two options. One is you could go ahead and generate a summary, so that way the doctor could actually see the summary of the nurse and what the client talked about before they walked in, or you could go straight in to the doctor recording and just use this and put doctor recording there. I'm going to show you first kind of what it would look like if I just went in as a nurse, did the recording, then hit the summary here, and then basically went back to my doctor who could look at their dashboard and see what's going on. So what it'll come up with is, says owner's information here. It's got the recording. It says, hey, good morning. How's it going? It's got the owner's response here. Nurse says, perfect. Been doing great. No real problems. Just really trying to protect her back. So we kind of know that the owner's already concerned about the back. No other real problems. So we have a good history. So the idea of that is that's going to helpfully reduce time where the doctor has to find the nurse has to relay what happened in the room as well as recorded. We have it all recorded in there. So, now the vet can walk in and say, okay, now I'm going to go do my recording. So I'm just going to make this doctor's recording here. And you can label these whatever you want. I'm going to go ahead and paste another one. Now this one's really long because I did this one the other day and I just talked with this client for a long time. So I'm going to paste a pretty long summary in here. Here we go. All right, I'm going to hit save. So now I've got two recordings in here. I've got doctor's recording and I've got a nurse recording here. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to regenerate the summary because I added a new recording. So I'm going to hit regenerate. What it's going to do is it's going to take the nurse summary and it's going to take the doctor summary and it's going to combine them together. So I have a nice, really full history on here. So again, same thing. You've got the nurse notes here. So it kind of gives you the same thing. Now I've got all of the doctor's notes here. And it's basically, I talked through my exam. So it's got the physical condition. I talked about the history. We talked about injury preventions. I talked about what we were going to do today. So it's picked up everything in there. And then basically I've got some additional notes, no immediate concerns, seems to be pretty good. I didn't really put next steps, follow up or anything like that in there. So got all of that in there. That's looking good. So now I can hit this button right here, and that's going to go to my differentials here. So it's got my recordings, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and create AI differentials. So what this is going to do is it's going to take all that history we put together, everything that I said, and come up with some differentials. And it gives you some drop downs here. So it'll tell you why things are doing this. And remember, it's got kind of a couple of different names in here because I've used a couple different recordings, kind of put them together. So don't be nervous that we had Rosie before, now we've got Millie, because I did this with Millie that way. And then we've got some thyroid conditions. And then what I can do, go down here, is I can go ahead and click which ones I want to add in here. And I don't have to add all of them if I don't want to. And then I'm going to put submit diagnosis and create treatment plan here. And then what's going to happen is it's going to come down here to your medical record and give you this. It's going to give you the appointment summary. It's going to give you the age. It's going to give you the owner's information. It's going to give you the nurse notes summary, doctor's notes summary here. Any additional notes, didn't end up putting anything in there. I can edit all this. Gives me my diagnosis, gives me my rationale, and then gives me my treatment plan based on that. And if I need to go edit any of this, say I don't like this or I want to change some of this, I can go take some of this out of here. So I can kind of go down here and I'm just going to take out, next steps, follow up, anything like that. I can edit all that and just kind of take that out of there. So if I want to kind of take this so it's just not in there, totally fine. I like the diagnosis. I can check any of those. Change any of those, and same thing down here. And I'm just going to hit save changes. So now it's taken any of that out of there, and then I can email the report to the owner. But the good news now is that this report is saved in your appointments. So if I ever need to go back now, so we got Rosie, and go to update differentials, I can go back into this chart right here and I have everything there. So if I need to copy and paste it, email it, do whatever it wants, it all sits in there, which is great. And so that gives you that kind of chart and gives you the ability to go back and see any of your appointments. If you need to go back and say, okay, hey, we missed a recording, or hey, I talked to them as they were leaving, I can add a new recording right in here and you can just record that. You could actually, if you needed to, you could go edit it and put in, hey, I talked to the owner as they were walking out, we did this, and then go back through your differential. So it's all customizable and changeable as things go forward. And so we really hope that this makes your workflow a little bit easier. Really hope that it lets multiple people start your charts. So the nurses can start your charts, doctors can see what the nurses say, you can go in together, you can do whatever you want. So this gives a little more flexibility, and then it also gives you the ability to go back and find all of those exams. So I hope you like the new changes. You'll see some more things coming for us. So you'll see, hopefully we're going to put in our AI blood work in here. So then you'll be able to load the blood work straight up in here and get a summary that then attaches to this chart as well too. And you're going to see us continue to upgrade and improve the system. So thanks very much.